Hey, Sunderland. Sunderland's back. What's up? All right. Huh? What is, Hey, what's up? Healthy, healthy smoothie time. What is, welcome to the chat. What is up? What is that? Oh, you want me to sing the song? You want me to sing a song, huh? Ice. Ice. We gotta make our smoothie. Ice. Banana. You want me to sing Counting Stars? You want me to sing? Why you want me to sing? I'm not really in a singing mood right now. I'm in a make my smoothie mood. I'm amazed at the amount of detail that people don't pay attention to. Most people are idiots. Most people are idiots. If you haven't figured that out by now, I'm not gonna say most people are idiots, but most people aren't that smart. I don't know if it's right or wrong to judge that, but most people just don't think. Anyways, healthy smoothie time. Ice, peanut butter, banana. Now here's where I mix it up. Guys, I'll show you something cool. I take a little bit of coffee, right? And then I take my coconut milk, which is here. Nah, my fingers, I can't. The way they make these cartons, they're shitty cartons. The way they make them, my fingers, they literally crush it. I can't put my finger around it. Anyways. So, we put the coconut milk that's got low fat, the coffee, all that stuff. And then, what do you got? You want a smoothie now? Yep. Anyways, we got the coffee, we got the banana. smoothie, the coconut low-fat cream. Hi, Ara. Welcome in. I tell you guys, I lost like 80 pounds. If you want to get leaner, start making this smoothie. The older I get, I try not to be around idiots. Just so you know, and people are going to say that's mean, but don't keep idiots around you. Idiots will screw your life up. Nice to meet you. No, I was just giving some life advice. Don't keep idiots around you. Don't do it. You'll know an idiot when you're talking to it, because what idiots do is they only talk about people, and they only talk about people. That's all they do is gossip about people. Idiots talk about people. Somewhat, like good people to talk with will talk about places and things. What you want to do is you want to get around people that talk about ideas. Ideas. People that talk about ideas. Those are the people that you want to keep around. So, yeah. So that is just stupid. Huh? That's completely irrelevant, Sunderland. Completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. No, be careful about idiots in your life, though. Be careful about them. Guys, do not hang around people that just gossip and talk about other people. Because when you're not around, those same people are gossiping about you. Just saying how it works. Mm-hmm. Don't hate them. Don't hate them. Keep them away from you. You can't hate people that are like that, though, because that's just how they are. Try not to hate them, because I know how you feel, because I feel like that around lots of people. It's like you see these people and all they do is cause destruction to others. All they do is talk about gossiping. Like small minds talk about people, medium minds talk about events, and high minds, they talk about ideas. So you want to put yourself in a circle where you can talk about ideas and not expose yourself or overexpose yourself to the chaos. The chaos is what'll get you. Watch out for the chaos. The chaos is what'll get you. Does that make sense? We say he thinks he can bully you because you're short. Well, in this world, when there's no one looking and doors are closed, you should probably stand up for yourself when no one's looking. You stand up for yourself when no one's looking, that'll stop. I don't care what the books say. I don't care. You don't want to break the rules, but if you don't show people, at least in the right timing, it needs to be like in the right spot, away If you don't show people that you're willing to stand up to them, they will be unrelentless. And that's something that you're gonna have to figure out in life. That's why I recommend everyone go to the gym or do some form of calisthenics or know how to defend yourself or get used to doing hard things and put yourself in those situations so you're prepared. Cool. Well, keep standing up for yourself. That's what you should do. By the way, we made a healthy smoothie. You guys want me to make a healthy waffle next? Nice. Yeah, keep hitting the gym. Stay strong. Learn to box. Stay strong. Learn to box. Absolutely. And now, guys, we're gonna make a protein waffle. You guys ever seen me make my protein waffle? I'm gonna show you guys how I make my protein waffles. Again, this has helped me lose about 80 pounds. Shout out down and below in the comments. I am looking at the chats. So we made our protein smoothie, which was really yummy, right? Good. Stay in shape. So, I'm going to show you how to make a yummy protein waffle, right? Pretty simple to do. I'm going to show you the easiest way to make a protein waffle, right? Guys, I'm going to show you the easiest way to make a protein waffle. It is so ridiculously easy. Simple. You take Hungry Jack, right? Take Hungry Jack pancake mix with chocolate chips. And you put some of that in a bowl, right? You put some of that in there. Then you take protein powder. I'll take whey isolate chocolate and put one in there. Now, I have a waffle maker here, which makes things absolutely amazing. So, I have right there scoop away some chocolate chips and a little bit of batter. Now, if you wanted to get super healthy, I say super healthy. If you wanted to make this a little bit, I wouldn't even say healthy because healthy is not even the right word. I don't even know what healthy means anymore the older I get. I don't know what healthy means. I don't know what any of these words mean because I've been training people for a long time. I stay with people and train with people, hire by people. Put your shit back in the same spot. Put your shit back in the same spot and work on consistency. Until you start working on consistency, your life is going to be shit. You need to put things in the same, hey, what's up, brother? You need to put things back in the same spot and get into a routine, man. The quicker you get yourself into a routine, the better. That is the secret. Anyways, we're making these protein waffles. Making these protein waffles, ISO Pure, Bisquick, egg, coconut. Guys, I'm looking in the chat. I've lost 80 pounds. We put a little spray in there. So that's going to heat up. And what we're doing here is this is our batter, right? Our batter is right here. this batter is gonna go onto that, and then that's it. And then you have some protein. All right. Guys, eat carbs, eat protein. Just eat more whole foods that you make yourself. So that's an egg, whey isolate, low-fat coconut, and then we mix it with the Bisquick batter. I'm telling you, now you can use the Hungry Jack. The Hungry Jack's got a little bit of extra sugar in it. It's bleached, it's not great, but it's something that's like easy to make that you can measure the calories. Protein. All right, protein powder, here we go. Protein powder, boom, and the egg. See that? Pretty simple. Huh? Chris before, Chris now? Yep. Oh man. Well, help me lose 80 pounds eating this way, and I eat carbs every day. You know, we do music theory, we do a lot of stuff on this channel, but yeah, essentially, this smoothie recipe, I'm telling you, get you an iron, invest in your health. This is a very easy, no nonsense. This is gonna add some extra calories, but it's not that much. And this is really pure. So, next step right here. Well, I say next step. We'll put it right here. Next goal for Chris to lose another 80 pounds. Nah, man, I'm 230 pounds. I don't want to lose another 80 pounds. That'd be kind of like disgusting. That'd be kind of disgusting if I were to lose that much weight. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of disgusting personally. But here we go, watch this. Now ready, we're gonna take the batter. This is where the magic happens. We're gonna take the batter, and I just take a spoon and I just stick it just like this. Now this is a chocolate protein pancake, or waffle, not pancake. So I'll put that there, I'll close this, right? And now this is gonna do all the work. This right here is gonna be doing all the work. This is my tool, right? So that's what I tell you guys. You're only as good as your tool. So that tool is going to be cooking. And then, yeah, while we're doing that, I got my smoothie over here. So my breakfast, when I want to get lean, I'm coming off an injury. When I actually want to train and get in shape, check this out. We got the healthy waffle there. When I want to train, when I want to train and I want to get in shape, what makes me feel good is eating and not being too low into a deficit. So, chocolate, peanut butter, banana smoothie with chocolate protein waffle, right? Again, a waffle maker and a blender. See you, Sunderland. Those are going to be the things, those two things, okay? I'm telling you, kitchen essentials, okay? Maybe if you want to make jerky, you can get one of these. You can get a Cabela's, right? You can get one of those. But as far as just getting in the best shape of your life, to have the nutrition, you're gonna simply be amazed at what you can get accomplished with the protein waffle. Now this is getting almost done, and I'll let you see it when we flip it. The key is just to like keep the protein high, man. I mean, I know we know this in today's modern era, but if you keep the protein high, you reduce the bull crap, you'll kind of be amazed at what your body can do, honestly. And then, yeah, we'll take this, we'll pop it out. And then that is our protein waffle. Check that out. That is a chocolate protein waffle. See that? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, right? That is our chocolate protein waffle. And as you can see, when I open it up, yeah. Not too bad. So, got a decent flavor. So again, spray. Take the batter. I do it by spoon. Right through here. Very simple. Close. So, that's why I tell you guys, when it comes to getting leaner, it's all about cooking and making the food calorically less, but not starving yourself. Yo, welcome in here. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. So this is a chocolate protein waffle that I just made. So you can see, for those who just came in, it's pretty clean. It's basically some Hungry Jack mix. I'll throw it to you again. Shout out. JW Lant, what's up, brother? What's up? Welcome to the chat. I just made some homemade protein waffles and a shake, talking about how I lost 80 pounds. But if you just go to a Goodwill or go to a shop, go to Walmart, go wherever, get you some Bisquick, not Bisquick, get you a Ulster waffle maker. Get you a cheap waffle maker, a good quality protein, and literally between a rice cooker, an air fryer, and protein waffles, and then chicken and rice, and then some smoothies, I got a whole program that can teach you kind of the ropes, how to stay into, you know, I'm not saying turn you into a bodybuilder, but definitely do it'll help you get the nutrition required, that if you're training hard and you're giving your body a stimulus, you're giving it the food to recover. JW Lant. What's up, Lant? How are you? How are you, Lant? You doing well, brother? How are you? So, what the amounts have been watching, JW? Oh, what's up, JW? Well, as far as the protein, the fats, and the carbs, you're talking about your macros, and there we go. There's another protein waffle right there. So, what I do is I cut them up into fourths like this. So I take them and cut them up into quarters, and then each quarter, I don't know the exact macros, but I know each one of them's probably got like 8 grams of protein and probably 8 to 15 grams of carbs. So 10. So again, you can count every little calorie, or you can just make the food that you normally eat contain less calories and then go by the mirror. You don't have to get down. Just so you guys know, you don't have to count every little calorie. You just have to be in a deficit and reduce the food that you were eating. So reducing the amount of food that you were eating before is just about being a little bit more conscious of the choices you make when you choose to eat. So if you're consciously aware when you choose to pick the food that you eat, and you are consciously aware, you can eat more than you think and not starve yourself. Now, the difference is knowing that if you're gonna eat dessert one day, well then you can either have a cheat day, or you say, okay, this is gonna be the day that I eat dessert, and then maybe you don't have as much of them fats and calories with the meal. So you just learn how to distribute your calories. Guys, just learn to distribute your calories, right? But this is how I lost 80 pounds. And yeah, these are protein waffle wedges. I make protein waffle wedges. So this is made with protein, egg, some low-fat coconut milk, and I put a couple other things in it to keep it moist. But essentially, you keep these on deck. And I always have these that if I want a snack or want a food, I have something I can take with me. These are like basically protein waffle wedges. I make those, right? Protein waffle wedges. So some essentials, what's this? Just tell me 5 words in Spanish and I'll like you. ¿Cómo estás? Me llamo Christopher. Tengo un amigo para El Salvador. Es madre cocinas pupusas. Es madre cocinas pupusas carnitas. Tú tienes sus amigos para Georgia. Hey, that's my Spanish for today. I spoke more than 5 words of Spanish. You told me if I spoke more than 5 words of Spanish, you'd give me a thumbs up. Well, I did it. But I've lost 80 pounds, guys. So hope you enjoyed that little cooking lesson. Durin Albai Cot 95 Cat 5. Tala. Perfect. You earned it. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you. Drums Ali Durka Muhammad Jihad. That's all that I see. Okay, cool. Guys, I'm just repeating the movie. Don't think I'm a fascist. Anyways, guys, that's how I lost 80 pounds. That's my smoothie. If you rewind the video, give me a thumbs up. Again, I am a personal trainer. I'm getting into that. So give me a thumbs up if you're here. But the smoothie, again, gym essentials or cooking essentials in the kitchen if you want to get lean. This is it. Get an air fryer, right? And with an air fryer, these are good, these little sheets. But don't keep a sheet in the air fryer like they do because they don't listen. Don't keep a sheet in the air fryer because when you preheat it, you'll mess up your sheet. No sheets when you preheat. So air fryer is a must. I think a blender is a must. That's what we use for the protein. And then we have waffle maker. So waffle maker, air fryer, blender, and then maybe some jerky. Chicken's right here. We're gonna go ahead and get this chicken marinating. Guys, this is not a cooking channel, but because I have lost 80 pounds, sometimes you guys seem to like my cooking, so, okay. Best meats in town. So, I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. I'll show you how I prep. Anybody wanna see? Give me a thumbs up down below if you want a quick little prep. I'll show you how to prep some chicken that's really, really yummy. And then I'll cook some later in the air fryer, but I'll show you. You guys ready? I'll show you how to make something real yummy, real simple. All right, is that fair? Everybody always wants something yummy and simple and healthy. That's the thing. The way I'm cooking to show you kind of more like, see, there's a fine line. You can make stuff taste really good, but when you make stuff taste really good, it's got a lot of calories in it. So, to me, I teeter on the point of making food taste really good, but not using so many calories so I don't turn into a fat ass. I don't want to turn into one of them, right? So I got my chicken here. I'll just cut this open right here. Hopefully you can see me, all right? So I'll take my tenders right here, right? And I'll come over to here and I'll kind of, I used to work in a chicken plant back in the day, so I know firsthand how disgusting they are and what people do. So I rinse my chicken. You don't have to rinse your chicken, but I rinse mine. All right, so I'll rinse my chicken. take some of this soap, sterilize everything. I got soap, and then I got bleach in here. So the bleach is good for that. So over here, we got our chicken. So all I'm gonna do is take a bag, take my chicken that's been rinsed and put it in here. Very simple. There we go. What we got here? All right, we said in no way affiliated. I want one of those machines. Oh, the rotisserie chickens? Hey, those rotisserie chickens are pretty good. You can get one of them. Tell you an air fryer will be better though. Well, I say better. They're different, but an air fryer is a good substitute, man, I'm telling you. Anyways, I take an air fryer is a good substitute. I take a Food Earth curry. So I'm gonna take a Food Earth curry, right? Open it up, and I take the bag of rinsed chicken, the Good Earth curry, and I put the curry over the chicken. So I am going to let this marinate with the curry and chicken. And that is where the magic happens. I'll take a little bit of water in here, just a wee bit. See, that's how you get everything out. You put the water in the packet and then you can get all that good flavor out. And I put it inside the chicken right there. Again, this is to make more of athlete, yummy chicken, but also stuff that won't turn you into a fat guy. It'll give you some yummy food and also allow you to, you know, somewhat stay in shape. So yeah, so that's the best way to do the chicken. So you marinate it, and then when I put it like this, all that in there now is all in. All that's marinating, you see that? So now I have my marinade, everything's in there, and I'll let this just kind of sit and chill. And I'll let this kind of sit and chill for probably, I don't know, maybe 5-6 hours. And yeah, and then it is good to go. So that's right there. So that is my yummy marinade. Yummy marinade. So now I'll take this and I'll put that in the fridge. Oh boy, for people who haven't worked in kitchens, prepping your food is so important. I personally cannot stand to be in a kitchen that's not prepped properly. If I go into someone and they want me to cook and the kitchen's not set up right, a lot of times I just get frustrated, which isn't really fair. But I'm one of those people that I like the same thing in the same time. That's gonna be delicious. Yeah, Reaper, it's gonna be really delicious. Yeah, Reaper, it's gonna be really good. So it's gonna be coconut curry. And basically, I get good quality chicken. And if you get good quality chicken, it will taste better. So if you have the budget, spend a little bit of money. It doesn't mean you have to get the best organic, but actually look at the back of your chicken and look and see which one. Like, if you go to your butcher or you go to your grocery store, you can get the good organic chicken on sale when it gets to a couple of days to its expiration. So I like to buy fresh. You can buy in bulk, but you either want to buy in bulk or buy fresh, right? So if you're going to buy in bulk, that's one thing. But if you live close to a grocery store and it's not too far, go and get the chicken that you're going to cook that day. And especially if it's organic, yeah, so you go to the butcher. Yeah, that's what I recommend. Go to the butcher, absolutely, absolutely. And it is going to be delicious. And as you can see, excuse me. So we got, this morning we made chocolate protein waffle. Those are our homemade protein waffles with chocolate chips. And then that is our marinade for our chicken. See how that works? By the way, guys, let me know if you are enjoying this chat. Did make my smoothie. This is over here. All right, let's finish this smoothie. So like I said, man, like I said, and I tell you guys, health and wellness coach, okay? You want to be a bodybuilder? Cool, do that. You want to be a power lifter? Sounds awesome. Cool. I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach. I can train bodybuilders or power lifters. I have a different philosophy in training though. I want to train my body to stay strong, but also to be healthy, flexible, and to be a body that will get me through a higher quality of life. So being that I'm close to 40 now, my training has shifted dramatically. After surgeries and all these things, I've developed a way to eat and put nutrition in the form of smoothies and whole foods, and I've developed a lifestyle that's really been beneficial for me, for my mind, for my energy, for my strength. And I can tell you, the older you get, the harder it is to commit to these things, and you only have one body. So as a health and wellness coach, I really like to share this with you guys. So yeah, the protein waffles that I made earlier, if you just came into this video, give a thumbs up. The protein waffles that I made earlier, what smoothie would you suggest to get over? You said to get over. What does that mean? For a stomach bug? Well, you may find this different, but I think if you have a stomach bug, I don't think I would have a smoothie. If you have a stomach bug, what I would do is I wouldn't put too much food into your stomach. Just think of an animal. A lot of times when animals get really sick, what does an animal do when it gets sick? What does an animal do when it really gets sick? Right? Where does the animal go? It doesn't eat, and it kind of like, just kind of fast. Yeah, if you have a stomach bug, don't put food in your stomach. Stay hydrated, stay nourished as far as your electrolytes. Right. But that's not what he asked. In no way affiliated. He wasn't talking about that. He said, I appreciate you, no way affiliated, but that's not what he asked. He wasn't asking about crackers and ginger ale. He was asking what smoothie does he suggest, right? And crackers and ginger ale are not a smoothie, so that doesn't really apply to this conversation. But yeah, I say fast. If you're sick, don't eat. Put salt, minerals, and then put water in your system and stay hydrated. Let your system fight it out, and then introduce food. Now, if you are going to eat food, yeah, anything like a ginger ale or a club soda, something that's 0 to low sugar and something that's easy on your digestive tract. Yes, no, it's not. Smoothies and crackers aren't, yeah. Yeah, crackers and ginger ale are not a smoothie. Nah. I don't know what that says. I've got Lazad and water at the moment. Lazad, is that supposed to be Gatorade? Lucozade? Oh, Lucozade. Okay. Yeah, I would just. Yeah, sip on tea is great. Look, when your body is sick and you want it to get better, get sunlight, go outside, get sunlight, stay hydrated, try to not put a lot of extra food in your system. I've been telling this to people for years. I think most people eat food that has too many ingredients. I lost 80 pounds and I felt better when I started eating a certain type of food. I have a whole type of food that I eat that makes my body feel good. Now, look, it's very true that my body could be different than yours. And it's very true that your body could be different than mine. So if you're doing something and it makes your body feel good, then by all means continue to do it. However, there's certain foods that make your body feel better, and there's certain foods that I think make your body feel worse. As a health and wellness coach, strength and conditioning coach, as someone who's into insurance, don't forget guys, I also sell insurance. I'm a trainer. I like to trade stocks. I like to play poker. Because I'm always moving around, it's not really feasible for me to have just like, I have certain foods I want to eat in certain ways that I live, but I also am able to adapt to the situation that I'm put in. At the end of the day, it's about being able to adapt into an environment. Put them in a blender and there you go. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna blend together those things and actually drink it. I meant an actual real smoothie that someone might actually drink. Like the one I have here. I probably have drinking this recipe probably 1,000 times in my life. It is a great recipe. It's a combination of proteins, fats, and carbs. It's got good, what they call macronutrient profile. So you have a profile between your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. And yes, if you just move your body and you just go, and you just eat, yeah, you'll survive. But your body is not going to thrive and be optimal unless you put a certain quality of nutrition in it, or at least get a certain quality of good water, give yourself exposure to the sun. There's a lot of stuff that's going to improve your quality of life, and it doesn't come from medicine, okay? Medicine is very interesting because many times medicine does not fix a root cause. It treats a symptom. So the older that I've gotten, the more that I have seen the importance of nutrition and just how people live, like how we are conditioned to live our lives. Like society has programmed us to live in a way that's so unnatural, right? And you know, for better or for worse, we're all having to do this. And what we got here on the chat.
Delaney, hi, welcome back, Delaney. I'm not a big on pharmaceutical medicine. Yeah, pharmaceutical medicine is a business, so it's absolutely a business. I'm not going to say it's good or bad, but I will say this, it's a business, and there's profit involved. And from my understanding, I used to work with HMOs and PPOs. I'm also a licensed insurance salesperson, so being a licensed agent, studying HMOs and PPOs, it's a corporation. Yeah, it's definitely a corporation. And look, I've got mixed of I've got mixed opinions on corporations. I've been in corporations. I've been in the big buildings. I've been part of the teams. I've been part of the blood-sucking vampires in the corporations. I was part of it. I was on the phone. I was a top sales rep. I can tell you the corporations, man, most 99% of the time, they just want profit. And look, I get it. It's about money. But at the end of the day, in business, there's a certain moral and ethical compass that needs to stand true in order for business to succeed. Okay? In a capitalistic society, you have to make sure that people are it's like a basketball game. If you play a basketball game in the street, kind of anything goes, right? If you play in the NBA championship on the final stage, there's refs. And those refs are trying to enforce the rules. Well, if those refs are being paid or having the implementation of bias to where they're going to alter the fate and they have the ability to do so, that's the same way as corporations, right? Some corporations don't play by the same rules and they just chase profit. And when businesses just chase profit and they compromise the quality of their product or their service to the consumer, the system of capitalism does not tend to work as well as we think, right? If that makes sense. And that's kind of how it works. And again, the wealth tiers up and will continue. If you gave every person in the United States $10,000, all they would do is spend it and all the money would go straight back up to the wealthy. Because they own assets and they own the things that other people buy. He said, I would bury it for later. You would bury it? What would you bury? Guys, you would bury the 10K? Nah, that's dumb. Burying the 10K? Yeah, that's dumb. And I'm not calling you dumb. I'm just saying that would be a dumb idea. Nah, because 10K is only cash. And the cash might not even be cash. At this point in day, it's credit. Nah, well, then you're losing money. If your money isn't making 1% to 2% a year, you're losing. So what you need to do is you need to take your money and then buy an asset that creates money. So your money should be buying assets that create wealth. That's why I'm a fan of stocks, just for what it's worth. Even though I'm not a huge fan of corporations because of what they do, at the end of the day, if you want to live in the States, it's very simple. You need to create cash flow that creates revenue streams. Revenue streams can be created in multiple ways. You have the fractional bank system. Every time, let's think about the bank. The bank takes your money, pieces of it, leverages it, and invests. I'll buy a shovel. Yeah, in no way affiliated. Yeah, I mean, even buying silver and gold. See, I don't even believe it. I don't like buying silver and gold personally. I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, gold's a great investment. No. Well, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger both disagree with you. Yes, it's good to have commodities. But if you buy gold, gold does not produce anything. The value of gold goes up and down depending on the fear of the Americans, the civilians and the global fears, the fear of the US dollar dying or changing its value. So gold and silver, yes, you can have them, but they don't produce an asset. They don't, rest in peace, Munger, yeah. They don't produce anything. But if you buy land and you buy a farm and you buy something that continues to make money, or you buy a stock that has a dividend, it continues to pay a dividend over and over again. So yes, invest and diversify your portfolio, but I am not a huge fan. I am not a huge fan of silver and gold. I think it's good to kind of diversify, but like they don't do anything. Why would you own a little piece of gold that's going to fluctuate up and down where you could own something like Apple stock that pays a dividend, or real estate, which appreciates faster, and then you can get a house and put a house on a piece of land and get monthly rent? It says, you are right, I'll buy gold and then bury it. Hey, you do you. You do you. But buying gold and buying silver, yeah, that's not a really good way. I mean, it's not an efficient way to grow wealth. It's not. It's not an efficient way to grow wealth. You want assets that produce, a producing asset, something that gets a dividend, something that has a return on investment, something that gets interest. Gold and silver, yeah, they're going to accumulate over time. And yeah, their percentage will go up, and you can call it a hedge against inflation, I guess. But assets that produce, like land and real estate, including some commodities like gold and silver, I'm not against it. It's just I think people put too much wagering in it. What is this? I'd like to invest. Hey, Mike. Yeah, Mike, you can get there. You can invest in houses. Look, if you want to invest in houses, the best thing to do, I'll tell you, is get a mentor, learn what to do, and then open up a EIN, an employee identification number. EIN. Remember, an EIN is an employment identification number, and SSN is a social security number. So when you apply for your business, you want to get an employment identification number, an EIN, and once you have a skill set, your EIN is what you're going to leverage the credit of that business. So you can get access to business capital and then flip your house or do whatever you need, but you need to have a EIN in your LLC/sole proprietor. Just have that separate from your personal assets, and you can do it, man. You can do it. Respect from London. Hi, everyone. Samuel, what's up? We're having a coffee talk. I'm going to get ready to go to the gym. Respect. Yeah, we're talking about assets and stuff. Guys, if you go in the video, I've lost 80 pounds this year. Not this year. I've lost 80 pounds total since I did my journey. And I made a protein smoothie, right? I went over the recipe, literally showed it in the video, and then I made some protein waffles and went over some essential tools in the kitchen. That was part of this video. Let's get to 10 thumbs ups. But yeah, so we moved in from there. Delaney, welcome back in, everybody. So we're having a talk. Guys, I used to day trade. 80 pounds is amazing, well done. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I've lost 80 pounds, so I share some of those recipes on here. Sometimes we play piano. I've got a piano over there. So yeah, we do music theory, we talk. Right now we're kind of talking about stocks and assets and all that type of stuff, business. I've been involved in a few businesses. I'm getting ready to work, probably branch off into another one. Might have to steal some of your recipes. Well, no, you're not stealing my recipes. You're using the recipes, and then when people ask you where you found them out, you say, hey, Founding Fathers 1776. And then in the future, if I start my fitness community online, maybe you guys can join. Because I'm thinking about taking some of the recipes and stuff I share with you guys and starting a fitness community and doing all of that. Yeah, but yeah, use any of the recipes or anything I show you guys. That's why I go live. Just give me thumbs ups, likes, comments. We're almost monetized. We're almost halfway monetized. And then you guys can send me super chats and stuff. But I am so just where I'm coming from as far as the weight loss, losing 80 pounds. I was in the Navy. They sent me to some training, studied some nutrition. So I've got recipes. Any questions that you guys have while I'm here about nutrition, feel free to ask. But if you're in the chat, put a thumbs up. Now, earlier we were talking about after we made the food, assets and stuff. What's your thoughts? Oh, what's your thoughts on Greg Doucette? Okay, Greg Doucette. I think Greg Doucette, honest assessment. Oh yeah, Reaper, 100%, 100%. I love coming on here. Go into my shorts, guys. The last 2 days we've had like no stuff. Like I'll show you, just so you can. Just put it this way: go into my shorts. I've been trying to put more humor shorts, and my average shorts getting 600 to 1,000 views now, which is like better than 2. What's my opinion on Greg Doucette? I will tell you that in 1 second. I'll be right back. I will tell you my opinion on Greg Doucette. And it may surprise you. It may actually surprise you. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Reaper. What is it? Your gold. Yeah. He came into the chat and was like, Coach Chris, I know you guys, if you look at my earlier videos, I used to be a professional day trader with Mayor Barack and the Market Whisperer, TEFS. So I used to do a no joke. I used to do a funded trading account. So my original videos was teaching people how to trade. Legally, this is my disclaimer, I'm not Series 6, I'm not Series 9. So all the stuff that I've gotten on trading is anecdotally through me being a trader, doing prop firms, trading. So I used to trade with the Apiary Fund for Forex, TEFS with Mayor Barack, and learn trade profit with Ricky Gutierrez. So I have always been someone who likes competition. I like poker. I like stocks. I like business. I like sales. I've always been a risk taker. And although sometimes taking a risk can hurt you, I've also found that taking a risk and being the aggressor also tends to pay off in life. Sometimes you need to sit back and let things come to you, but then sometimes you also need to, for lack of better words, go out and get that shit. Sometimes you got to go out and get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to go get it. Yo, what's up, that one duck? What's up, duck? What is up? Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? I don't know if I'm good or not. I'm something like that. Am I good? Is you good? I don't know if I'm good or not, but I'm here. Nah, we're just working on some stuff. So I'm tired of shaving my mustache, so I think I'm gonna grow my mustache back out. Shout out, guys. Yeah, see, welcome back to the chat. See, I love it when you guys come back. Love it when you guys come back. All right. Here we go. All I can think about is looks. No, but who was asking about Greg Doucette earlier? Somebody asked earlier. Who was it? Who asked about Greg Doucette? Mike, are you still in here? I kind of went off. Guys, you got to know sometimes I go off on rants. It's the ADHD in me. Hey, Mike, are you still in here? He said, I've been falling asleep with notes. Mike, are you still in here? Did you have a question about, did you have a question? Okay, cool. Greg Doucette. Okay, you want him all? So, yeah, I am. All right. So, yeah, I'm familiar with Greg Doucette. I find him extremely entertaining. I think he's also very true, too. I think that Greg Doucette is a genetic freak. I think that genetically what works for him may not work for other people. I think that I do agree that most people should not get into bodybuilding. I think that you should train like an athlete and train for longevity, right? If you're not going to make a lot of money in health and wellness, don't do steroids, don't do SARMs. Yeah, and as far as training goes, I do agree that Greg says train harder than last time. Yeah, I think in the gym, you have to continue to make progress. But training is all about self-modulation. And what I mean by that is the only thing that matters in training your body is to stress it, right? Stress your body, give it food, rinse and repeat. And then the stress that you give your body gets used to it. That is literally all that happens in the gym. It says, I've always said it's impossible. Yeah, but then you also have to think too, when it comes to training, you see, this is the thing about weight training, okay? It depends on what you're training for, because you don't always want to train your hardest in the gym. If you're an athlete, a lot of times what you're doing in the gym is maintaining what they call work capacity. It's your ability to be able to do something on demand as an athlete with lots of repetition, or the ability to isolate a muscle to get it to grow and then let it relax. And then it's working your body as one whole unit versus isolation. And then it's athleticism versus aesthetics. So how you train your body to look is going to be directly correlated with the style of training. It's you got to think, guys, I love investing. My phone is on 1%. Yeah, Mike. I think people going out of Greg. So Greg Doucette is a legit Canadian natural bodybuilder, triathlete, gymnast. He's the epitome of one of those short dudes that was in school that was just lean and jacked, right? Samuel. Yeah, Samuel. Like I tell people, come into some of my videos and then chat and go in and kind of spam some of my videos with messages so I can respond to you. And just like the other people in the chat, if I see someone always going into my videos, I will see the name, come into the chat. Maybe I'll make you a moderator. Just do that. You gotta remember, I have over 3,000 comments in my community, and I try to go through everyone. I go through every comment in my community and respond to every one of you. What's up, following founding fathers? Just like hashtag following founded fathers. Following founding fathers. Yeah, so you can ask him. I even went into his videos and was like encouraging him. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It's just the lighting. Yeah. I got some decent sleep last night. You guys got to remember, I'm working on I won't get into it, but I'm working on a lot of projects on the side that take a lot of my energy. Just put it that way. And I'm still doing hour streams here and there on the YouTube, an hour here, an hour here. And I'm trying to constantly do these streams. And typically what tends to get you guys liking me is talking about health and wellness, which is kind of my wheelhouse, I feel. And I think it's my wheelhouse just because it's something I do know. I mean, I am a former ISSA certified trainer, although my certificate is, I don't want to say out of date, but it's been expired for a couple years. But it is what it is. Yeah, Mike, 100%. Like I said, come in, say hey in the chat, like, comment, share. And I am thinking about starting a community. So when I start the community, it might be something like confidence conditioning. I want to teach you guys how to have more confidence when you speak. Do you see you guys, if I started a community, would you rather me teach you about health and wellness, teach you about confidence in speaking, how to become the best version of yourself, overcoming depressing mindsets? What community would you prefer me to focus on? Those are the things that I'm looking at. expect a gunshot. Is that funny? Hat or no hat? We chat. Hat or no hat? The chat must know. Ah. Chess devil. Onion. What up? You recommend cowboy hat? Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Where is my cowboy hat? By the way, guys, I hate the way that sounds, dude. I hate that. I hate the way that sounds, dude. I'm so dumb, dude. Okay. Anyways, I am looking in the chat. I'm just so like dumb when it comes to like this stuff. I need to be nicer in my head to myself. Hey, what's up? I'm here looking at the jazz, baby. ready to. Oh, there you go. What does that mean, Freddie? Ah, thank you. Thank you. I do aim to be the most beautiful trans woman on YouTube. Thanks, Mike Jones. I appreciate you. Thank you, haters. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Samuel. You said you liked most of my comment? Sure. Hope you. Yeah, I've only done a few thousand videos. I have a hard time believing that you did that, but okay. Thank you. And that's all the piano. And with that, thank you for your time, guys. Stay good. Peace.